katika bunge, let's look at it, tukubaliane hata kama serikali zetu za county zinataka revenue, what is a maximum number per capita of bars that can be licensed? You know? And that one, I want to give my commitment as leader of the house. Iyo nitakusaidia, because that is something that we need to do. Administrative units zile umeambiwa, please help us, Waziri. Especially on the border locations that border certain regions. The chiefs na assistant chiefs wa hiyo area, they cover very huge locations. Now, unajua, in fact, last week or a week before, we wrote to you and your PS with that particular request. The last thing that I want to say, because I don't want to take long, na nilikuwa naona kila mtu alikuwa anachukua dakika 2-3 peke yake, is that I also want to appreciate that they are very exceptional officers ambao wanafanya kazi hapa Kericho County. And we, as a leadership, we celebrate them. Kuna chiefs wako na pia officers wa security. They arrive in a region and we feel happy as leaders, because you can see the difference. Without, unajua, unfortunately, when you single out one, it's like you have excluded the others. But let me pick a recent one, because unajua hajakaa hata for long. The lady that OCS that spoke here, Madam OCS for Tenan. You remember, Waziri, we had a challenge security situation in Fort Tenan. There were a place called Kacheliba. It was a den of thieves, na kulikuwa na maneno mbaya sana inaendelea hapo. Since Madam OCS afike, I can say as the people's representatives, wakora wamehama. And you know, saa ile tunasema ile mabaya inafanyika, lazima pia tushukuru kwa yale mazuri afisas wetu wanatufanyia. Madam OCS is doing, Waziri. Wakora wamehama, hata ile vijana wa kusumbua lete, lakini si mkali kama huyu. We really want to appreciate. Sasa no, wacha safishe bado, but we must really celebrate what officers such as her and so many other chiefs ambao who are taking care of their station. Otherwise, I appreciate, ninawashukuru pia chiefs wetu because of the good job that they are doing. Mara mingi in our interactions in public forums, they come to our meetings. When they get the opportunity, the last thing that I want to celebrate about you guys, whether it's the ACC, chief, commanders, they speak about government policy. That really, mimi nashukuru sana. As a leader in this administration, whenever I see you speak to people, asking them to register for SHA, when you're talking to them about needs ya vitu ambaye ile serikali inafanya, ninawatolea kofia na kushukuru kwa hayo. Sitaki kusema zaidi ya hapo, Waziri, karibu. The rest of the leaders are remaining. It's only me who's going away, and I thank you for this opportunity. Mwenyezi Mungu awabariki, mkirudi nyumbani msalimiane. Asanteni sana.
Thank you, Majority Leader. We wish you well and safe journey as you travel. OCPDs now.
Good afternoon, everyone. The CS, all protocols observed. My name is Absalom Wibanda. I'm the DCIO, so in Zugoet. I'm the only lucky DCIO to head 2 sub-counties. Yes. So, Wanawaziri, I want to say the following. I am really happy and humbled that you initiated this exercise whereby you collect views from the ground. And it's the way to go. It's good you took this from your predecessor, Professor Kindiki, and it only takes a lawyer like you to do that. I want to echo the following. Sir, I know there are so many issues and they are repetitive, and I think when you go around the country, they're bound to be repeated. So in Sigoet, Those are two sub-counties, and we don't have a vehicle to carry out that exercise. You'll wake up one morning, there are 5 murder cases, and you're supposed to attend all of them. My OCS has been very helpful, and with the allocation is given, I think I would say it's peanuts. So we like that. We are requesting that you give us a vehicle, and those other sub-counties that require the same, and also increase the allocation for fuel. Sir, the AIE, we request that the AIE be increased so that at least because of inflation, we request that you look into the issue so that at least we can render justice to members of the public. Further to that, sir, the big elephant in the house, you members of previous members have spoken about promotion. Promotion has been an issue. It did not start with you. But I'm happy that you biting the bullet and you're trying to address the issue. Yes, and because you are a lawyer, you understand the rights of the officers. And for that, I say thank you. This promotion, when we look at our SSO, the Inspector General has the mandate to even recruit a member of the public who is professional and gazette him to be a superintendent. It's provided for in the SSO. He can promote somebody even threefold, depending on the capacity of that fellow. You heard my previous speaker asking, what is this about merit? Yeah? You'll wake up in the morning, you find that your colleague has been promoted on merit. But this is a fellow you've been teaching how to work. And so how did they bypass you? That this man is promoted and you don't have any adverse report, but he's promoted nonetheless. So those issues are itchy, and we are requesting as the DCI and the NPS that you look into those issues. There's something nobody has mentioned. Sir, as a practicing advocate, we will want you to look into this issue keenly and with a lot of interest. The issue of ODPP, the judiciary, vis-a-vis IPOA. IPOA has scared officers to work. These officers seated here, you find that some of them are being killed because they are fearing to be taken to court by IPOA, when there are justifiable instances whereby they have to protect life and the property. So I'll prevail upon you to talk to IPOA to go slow, so that they don't have to rush officers to court for having carried out what is actually their mandate. Officers are complaining, they're not telling you. These officers, when we take somebody to court, you find that upon application, of course, which is a right, it's right in the Constitution, an officer requests for more day so that he can carry out investigation and expert in the case. So the magistrate gives you a day. So a day, how are you going to carry out investigation and ensure that you conform to the Constitution and the procedures thereto? Yes, on my own initiative, sir, I have previously undertaken to talk to the judicial officers, so to speak. We have been under here. I've approached the judiciary, the judge and the magistrate, that I have interest in this case, so kindly give me more days. And they have not let me down. So at your own level, talk to the Chief Justice so that we don't lose cases on these issues. Sir, I want to report that we have had very good working relationships with Ngao, and I must say they've been very helpful. And where I come from, you know, it's the epicenter of stock theft. Sondu area, Nyakach, up to Nyamira down there. We've engaged the Ngao people. They have helped us. They have given us information, and we have managed to execute our mandate diligently. So we want you to help us, assist us, at least by financing that so that we don't fail. Sir, you'll find that information is power. If you don't have information, you cannot presume to know everything. So we are requesting that that allocation for information at least be increased so that we can work well. Sir, another thing I would want to ask, and I'm requesting passionately about this. It's been a while, we've not taken our officers to the DCI Academy for training. And this one is empowering us on the issues of investigation. So as soon as you allocate at least some finances so that we can have at least a bigger number of officers going there so that they can learn investigations. And also increase the number of investigators. Right now, you'll go to some station, you find a DCI has only 2 officers. In this sub-county, or 4. One is on leave, another one is sick, another one has gone to court. Murder has happened, so you don't know how to proceed from there. So I'm requesting that at least if you looked into that, we will appreciate. And sir, though I'm not supposed to pinpoint a particular person, there's an officer in the anti-stock theft unit. If it were my wish, if you left here and get a promotion to the next rank, it will be very helpful. That officer has helped us arrest cattle rustlers and thieves. And that's how we have managed that border. You've not had instances. If at all they were promoting people on merit, this officer has served for 10 years. He's called Yare Nur. He has served for 10 years as a corporal. He has helped us achieve a lot. If actually they are promoting people on merit, they should have looked at such a case. With all those few remarks, sir, thank you very much. I keep on championing this Jukwaa thing. As my senior in the practice, I look forward to seeing more in this. Finally, Waheshimiwa, I am requesting, Waheshimiwa now, this is where we are going to clash. Waheshimiwa, we respect you so much, and we will want you to be example. But there's somewhere you are going wrong, and I felt I should say this before, Waziri. This issue of giving tokenism. Yes, you have a rally, you are finished, and then you give money, and people start fighting. Then you see we are left, we cannot control these fellas. These fellas are overrunning our police. Recently, somebody hit me down the ground. Yeah? Can they just find a way of picking people you can give money? Must you give flash money so that people know you are please, Mheshimiwa Waziri, jaribu condemn Waheshimiwa for that. With those few words, thank you.
So welcome, just welcome. Welcome.
Our CS, our governor, our senator, and our DIG, distinguished guests, good afternoon. I'm Chief Inspector Faith Nderitu, Sub-County AP Commander, Kipkelion, representing views of Sub-County AP commanders within Kericho. Sir, my first point is about officers strength. We have inadequate personnel, sir, hindering police operations within the sub-counties, hence the need for recruitment to address the same. Sir, we appreciate your effort of recruiting new officers, which has brought some relief to our strength. However, our current staffing levels still remain inadequate for operational needs. Sir, we also continue losing officers from the service through retirement. We also have injuries sustained in the line of duty, which has really greatly affected our operations, sir. Sir, the effects of this is visible. It has affected officers' offs and leaves. Sir, we are unable to let officers go home to their families. We also have stretch shifts leading to burnout among officers. Sir, overworking these officers has contributed to mental stress, depression, family breakups, especially among our young officers who are trying to balance duty and personal life. Sir, it is our humble plea. Let there be frequent recruitment drives to fill personnel gaps and reduce the strain on the current workforce, sir. My second point, sir, is mental health. Sir, mental health cases within the service are rising steadily. There is need, sir, for enhanced psychosocial support among police officers and deployment of more professional counselors. Sir, currently in Kericho County, we only have one counselor at the Kenya Police Service. Sir, we appreciate your leadership for recruiting counselors. However, the number of counselors remain insufficient at the sub-county level where real day-to-day pressure is experienced. Sir, it is our humble request and it is our recommendation that more counselors be recruited and placed at the sub-county level. Sir, we also recommend that sub-county commanders be empowered through capacity building and mental health first aid training to better support officers who are directly under their command. My third point, sir, is about housing. This is another pressing issue, sir, within our service, where we have had most, if not all, officers living outside police camps and often far from their deployment areas. Sir, this has greatly compromised emergency response as officers may be unreachable or while on off duty, sometimes they switch off their phones, meaning you will not get them when needed. Sir, as a service, we are supposed to be operational on a 24-hour basis. It is crucial, sir, that we relook the housing policy to bring back officers to the lines for both command accountability and also for prompt operational deployment. Sir, another point is about development and a refresher course. Crime trends have changed, and thus there's need for more courses to enable our officers understand security emergencies, emerging challenges, and also acquaint themselves with modern service equipment, sir. Sir, it is our wish to thank your leadership for the ongoing development courses, and to keep up, we recommend, sir, one refresher course for officers who last attended courses more than 10 years ago. And we also recommend for development courses for those promoted on merit and have not had a chance to go for the development courses. Sir, as I end, security starts at the grassroots, and investing in sub-county leadership structure is investing in the very heart of national stability, sir. Sir, we thank you, and may God bless you.
Thank you very much. Tusikie kutoka kwa OCPD on behalf of the sub-county police commanders.
Through our CS, senior government officials present, members of public present, my fellow colleagues, good afternoon. My name is Lawrence Sam Kisini, Sub-County Police Commander, the newly born Sub-County Soini. I'm here, sir, first to appreciate your tour across the country. I met you in Machakos County when I was the deputy county commander. And I can attest to that. You are moving around has meant a great impact, because I can attest to that when in Machakos County. May I proceed with my submission, which has been given to me to pass to you by the sub-county police commanders on behalf of the National Police Service. One is just a repeat, but you know about it. Inadequate or no funding to some stations and sub-counties. To us, or to the station commanders, sometimes it is very difficult for them to deliver the required services adequately to our members of the public. Again, I want to emphasize on police housing. The nature of our duty does not allow many of the police officers to stay away from their station areas. Kindly would you endeavor through your indulgence and also through our political goodwill that we have some units within the police stations to host few police officers in the event of emergency. I want also to talk about the review of house allowances in consumerate to the current market rates. Whenever an house allowance is given for a police officer who is in Nairobi, 9,000 shillings, not unless we are saying he goes and resides in Mathare or Kericho or Mukuru kwa Njenga. Can you please facilitate a review of the same? Uniforms. Uniforms is another challenge to us as police officers. You know, the physical appearance to our police officers who are at the report office matters a lot in building confidence of our clients whom we are going to serve. When you are tattered, you are dirty, you don't look decent, it drains away the confidence of whoever you are going to serve. Kindly check on that. I want also to check on, to talk on medical cover. Sir, with great humility, there is no malaria for senior superintendent of police and malaria for constable of police. Can it be done universally so that our police officers can get access to those medical facilities as required, the way we used to do it previously? The issue of title deeds has been exhaustively discussed. That one I won't come on it again. Newly recruited police officers. I would suggest that we go back to the roots. Some years ago, for those who are old enough in the service, when the newly recruited officers pass out from our various colleges, they were first taken to the operational areas. And then after that, after serving like 3 years, they be moved as a batch to other areas. We've had cases whereby so many police officers have overstayed in operational areas, demoralizing them and making their performance ineffective. Promotion on merit. Let me emphasize on promotion on merit. When it comes to promotion on merit, I would wish that our seniors who are present will use the laid down procedures, like the one which was done previously of 53 years and above. That was very much in order. Can the recommendation and the citation of those who are supposed to be promoted on merit come from us, the immediate commanders, because we know our people better? Kindly, sir. For the purpose of capacity building, it is always very important to take our officers for refresher courses. That way, it will enhance their confidence in delivering their services. It will enable them learn new changing trends of crimes, and that way we serve our people better. Out of our experience last time during the demos, which emanated from the Gen Zs, as police station commanders and senior officers in the service, we came to learn that there was a gap in the vehicles that we are using in executing our duties. Ordinarily, we are supposed to face our client, who are the demonstrators. So we need to have specially designed vehicles to face our protesters from both sides. If we can have back-to-back seats within those vehicles, it will enable us, do what is required of us. Because out of experience, whenever you show your enemy the back, then you expose yourself. And we need to have that all-round defense whenever we are dealing with our clients in court. Unnecessary, if not unprocedural, transfers. Sir, I still want to emphasize on transfers. And the beauty in it, we have our DIG here. Some transfers, it is of the feeling of many of the officers that they are unnecessary, unfair, and unprocedural. Why do I say that? I have an evidence whereby some of the officers within the last 2-3 months have traversed like 3 different counties. And some are here present, sir. I have a case whereby between 4th of last month and 19th of last month, that is a period of like 2 weeks, there is an officer who traversed 3 different counties. Our DIG, please. It is my humble request. Transfer is a thorn in the flesh in the National Police Service. Because by the end of the day, those who don't have shoulders to lean on are left to wander from left to the right. So please, kindly, can we check on that? And we are here to support the your ministry, so that we may ensure that we have peace in our country. Last but not the least, sir, every institution or government entity that is coming from the root has a teething problem. The same as a young child, newborn baby, I'm now championing for Soini sub-county. We have teething problems in coming up, and I would suggest that you try to facilitate our stability to move on to stand on our own. Our able member of parliament is here. Sir, kindly support us. Your goodwill is very important. Thank you, sir, and God bless you.
Thank you. We have heard from almost every other security sector. We will go to the DCC, but before going to the DCC, probably the different units, something could have been left out. Maybe something burning was left out. As to ASP, yeah, and be very brief. Kindly, the other microphone. The other microphone should be moving around. Simama tu, tafadhali.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Chief Inspector Ibrahim Apem, OCS Roret Police Station. Sir, I've heard of my colleagues, and I'm feeling that there's one point which has been left out. And this point is from the members of public side concerning investigations. Most of the, and this is about the land succession process, especially on ancestral land. This is mostly affecting people of my area mostly, because over 90% of cases which are reported to the police station involve the land ownership. So this means if a person has no title deed or has no any proof of land ownership, that case will die like that. For example, people like widows, these people are suffering silently, because when this person has lost property to a criminal, who may be, this lady may be, the husband passed away a few years ago, and you find that they may be planted with trees which have actually matured to a beneficiary stage. When these trees are cut by criminals, the first point that is required from the prosecutor is land ownership. So this case will not proceed if there is if this widow cannot prove the land, prove this land belong to her husband or even by herself. It will be difficult to proceed forward with that case. My point there is very clear. If there is a way of actually speeding up land succession especially land succession process, especially on ancestral land. The other point is about the issue of officers who are affected mentally. Some of these officers were staying at the police station, and as I am the OCS, I don't issue this officer with a firearm because I'm fearing the consequences if he actually goes with altercation with other officers. So the only thing that I normally do is just to hold these officers on some other duties that can actually make this, that can actually assure us to maintain peace within the police station. So if it is possible, my point there is like this. These officers, if there's a point whereby you hurry up removal on medical grounds, because what we end up doing as the OCS is actually assisting this officer in application of transfer to the nearest parents' area, which I see actually is also not adding up in solving the problem. That is all I add, sir.
Thank you. Before we hear from somebody else, let us minimize movement, especially chiefs and assistant chiefs. Kindly minimize movement unless you have got a medical condition. Kindly. Maoni mengine? Yeah. Yeah, simama. Sawa.
CS and all protocols observed. Sir, I'm Chief Inspector Nixon Shipiti, OCS Kipstate Police Station. Sir, mutaniruhusu, I'll kindly request, being a lawyer by profession, utanicorrect kama nitakuwa nimeenda kando kidogo. Tukirudi nyuma upande ya riots, zimekuwa zikitusumbua. But to the best of my knowledge, kwa shule kidogo ile masomo niko nayo kidogo, we have got 3 types of lawful killing. 1, killing during war, then the hangmans, ile judge anakuhukumu kifo, and then 3, killing during riots. I can quote. You can even Google now. Under section 80, 81, 82, and 83, it usually states that, I'll be in summary. When 3 or more persons assemble with and then they become rioters, we have got the magistrate, the administrative officer or the officer of the rank of inspector and above who can issue the proclamation. After the proclamation, unaambiwa kwamba they may use necessary force to quell the riots. And as a police officer, jukumu letu ni kukuja kufanya nini? Kusaidia raia. You can find that the public usually cause the chaos. The policemen don't cause the chaos, but those rioters are the ones who cause the chaos, and you find them blaming the police. So ningependa kusema kwamba as the CS concerned and a professional lawyer, saidia sisi kama polisi ku enlighten the public about the law that pertain vitu kama riots. Sometimes sisi polisi tunajipata in a mess yenye hatujaiweka ndani. So at least enlighten the public. Hata ikiwezekana let law be taught in schools ndio watu wajue kwamba sheria iko hivi. Ni hayo tu peke yake. Thank you.
The CS, Honorable Mr. Kipchumba Murkomen, the DIG, Mr. Mesengeli, all protocol observed. I am Chief Inspector Joseph Mchende, the SOB Londiani. I have 2 issues which concerns Wananchi. First, there's a chief who mentioned about defilement. And it is true, Wananchi are going through, because we have a new P3 form, which has about more than 10 pages. And at the police station, we do not issue the P3s. It is now the responsibility of the victim to go and make for maybe photocopy from the cyber. Is there any way that maybe we can help victims of defilement? Because some of them are actually down, they do not have even the cash to do the photocopy. 10 copies. Secondly, about postmortem. Postmortem, it's left to the family. It's left to the family of the victim. So, but I think we have doctors who are employed by the government. Or can SHA meet the same? Because you may find somebody, actually the family is very down economically, but you see, postmortem must be conducted. So that's also an issue. Last is about, God forbid, that police officers we are having, if we lose one of us, we are supposed to make application for impress in the force headquarters. But these days, it's difficult to get those money for allowances for the officer who will be maybe going to send off the next of kin, the workmate. So if the DIG, if you can fast track when we are going maybe for Pario, for those officers to get those allowances. Thank you.
So any other? And maybe be very brief.
Thank you, sir. My name is Inspector Chadwick Amunze from the Anti-Stock Theft Unit. Maybe to reinforce on what my colleague had said earlier. First, we want to thank the Ministry of Interior. As you can see, I'm the one, I think I'm the only one looking very smart because the DIG APS is looking into our welfare very well. I'm putting on a very new uniform, meaning that we are very ready to serve this republic, especially to contain the issues of cattle rustling in the entire Republic of Kenya. Secondly, as you know, maybe I can switch in Kiswahili a bit so that some people can get it very well. Wizi wa mifugo mara mingi unatendeka katika sehemu ngumu sana. And I happen to work along the Sondu border. Sa, Mandera, Baringo, and Marakwet. These are purely hardship areas. Hakuna wizi inafanyika Kericho town, Nakuru town, ama Nairobi. So you find most of our officers are restricted in most hardship area. And yet, sir, we don't get the hardship allowance. We request your office, maybe if we can be assisted in that area. Another thing, sir, kazi ya polisi ni ngumu sana. Na kuna mtu anapenda kazi yake kama polisi. Polisi hata kama alikuwa anaenda nyumbani amelipa pesa kwa gari na umpigie simu kwamba unahitajika kazini, anashuka hiyo basi na kurudi kazini. Meaning anapenda kazi yake. Wakati ya Christmas, all officers are recalled to take care of our citizens while they enjoy. Tuombe tu hapo, tuangaliliwe tu extraneous allowance kidogo ile inaweza kutusaidia wakati watu wanajienjoy na sisi pia tunachapa kazi tukijienjoy. Another thing, iko maneno ya training. You know, we need to relook at our training because the crime has changed. Samani tulikuwa tunafanya kitu inaitwa physical security ama operational security. But currently, we now need to look at the way things have changed and go for cyber security. Iko vitu mingi sana imemove imeenda kwa technology. That means even during our recruitment, wanasema wanataka professionals. So sijui kama mwalimu ni professional kwa security, I don't know. Hapo nitasaidiwa. But there are people we need to call in the police. Kuna watu kama iko lawyers watatusaidia ni sawa. Iko watu kama forensic experts tunawahitaji. Iko watu kama security survey ama wale watu when you want to put up a police station ile mtu amesoma survey wanaitwanga security survey experts ama yule mtu amesomea kwamba kustructure kitu anaweza peana hata mjengo akaipeana vizuri. That's why you see kama parliament ingekuwa ilijengwa na mtu hivi even the members of parliament could not get an exit route during those days, you know those days. Another thing, there are some policies that are hindering police operation. And actually, kwa ile mtu amefanya kitu naitwa international relations, ama mtu ile amesoma criminology kama mimi, tunaambiwa kwamba the strength of a state is measured by the power of the military and the police. If we cannot allow the police to be powerful, then we are likely to lose that state power. What do I mean? Policies ziko, askari hawajashindwa kufanya kazi, isipokuwa wanaokopa sheria zile ziko. Ndio unaona saa zingine kazi inakaa namna hivyo. So we need to look into that so that our officers can work very well. Na pia kuna kitu inanikanganya kidogo. The other day I saw our IG in parliament. Niombe tu kama inawezekana when we have such a meetings sifanywe kando na kamera kidogo. Because hii ni mambo yetu ya ndani na ni mambo ya security. So tusione wakubwa wetu waking'ang'aniwa kidogo. Thank you sir. Lastly, nisaidie watu ya traffic.
watu ya traffic sir. Iko Kasaki ule niliona kwamba wanafanya kazi bila bunduki na sometimes wanavamiwa. Wacha tu tuwasaidie, at least wakiwa kazi wanaweza kuwa armed, ili wanaweza hata kama hawatumii, unajua mtu akiona ukiwa armed anaweza kuogopa. Thank you very much sir.
Thank you. We now want to give to hear from DCCs. We have got our DCC, the one who gave birth to Soin. DCC Sigowet, Bwana Kisalu, karibu sana. Na wakati akiongea, let us we will go to the members of the public, starting with the youth. So youth leader, Elkana, wherever you are, uje uketi hapa. Then disability, we have got another Elkana who should also be here. So let's continue. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Sir, our Honorable CS and your team, Honorable Members of Parliament and my colleagues. I'm Felix Kisalu, Deputy County Commissioner Sigowet, presenting on my colleague DCCs. Ours is very brief and straight to the point. Number one, as the DCCs, we are strongly advocating for research-based administration. Our country, when it faces prevalent community issues, when administration, academia, and community come together, we can devise new innovative approaches to address endemic community issues, especially those that have bedeviled the country for long, like the cattle rustling menace. It has been with us for decades. Like the illicit brews, it has been with us for decades. We need new innovative approaches. Number two, Honorable CS, we strongly advocate for investment in peace. As a ministry, especially those of us serving in hotspots area, appropriate resources and capacity need to be trickled down, especially those manning volatile borderlines, so that at least we keep the peace movement vibrant. The peace elders, the border committees, the intercommunity and cohesion meetings, this should be a continuous process to ensure our hotspots are safe. This including funding the previously sub-county police peace committees that were there under the National Steering Committee on Peace Building. Number three, Honorable CS, is about infrastructure. The chiefs have enumerated their challenges and the OCSs in terms of infrastructure. We know the bulk of funding grassroots security structures has now come to our members of parliament, especially through the CDFs. Our proposal as DCCs, because we are privileged to sit in those sub-county committees, is to develop a mechanism where funding to security sector is ring-fenced, is not left at the discretion of maybe the local committee or area member of parliament or the DCC. Maybe if we put a percentage, the way we put for bursary, we know is 20 or 30% of the CDF allocation in a constituency. Time has come, we set a fixed percentage for security sector. Let's say 6% for every constituency or 7%. That will cure the endemic infrastructure challenge facing our ministry. And we know, Waziri, you have been in the political circle. It is very easy for you to put a mechanism with the relevant parliamentary committee on NCDF and parliamentary committee on administration. And our simple mathematics, Waziri, is very appetizing. If, for instance, we dedicate 7% that is in policy of the entire CDF, out of the 51 billion as a country we allocate, that would secure your ministry a cool 5 billion in a year. Within a 5-year political cycle, we are talking of 20 billion to the ministry to finance the security sector. Sometimes it's not very wise when we fund a lot, especially for schools. We put a 10 million dormitory and we don't have a police station. So when there is a strike, there is no police to guard the 10 million facility for that school. So we must match funding in education, and also funding for our security sector. I can tell you for free, it's not easy, Waziri, unless you have very good chemistry with your MP like myself, where I can go to my MP and we talk him, and he has really funded most of our police stations and chief's office. But it does not happen countrywide. Sometimes it's depended on different, is about the operation, especially people of as Kericho, especially we have gotten the newest, one of the newest sub-counties, bringing services closer to our people. On that, we are very grateful to the government. We also urge, for those special that have faced ethnic clashes and ethnic upheavals, we strongly recommend for operationalization of such units.